Tonight at Howe Field, the Oregon softball team defeated BYU 5-2 in the first round of the NCAA regional tournament.
I'm here at the historic Hayward Field, where Oregon took on Arkansas in the Oregon-Arkansas dual meet. Story of the day for Oregon was Elijah Greer, who ran the 800 in 1:46.20, which caps the fastest time this year in collegiate track and field.
Today, the Oregon Ducks played their annual spring game here at Autzen Stadium. There was plenty of offense to go around as the final score ended up 65-10. The real story of the day, though, was Oregon honoring the military. Many players after the game expressed their gratitude. Moore finished the game with 12 total strikeouts in her complete game pitching performance.
Also noteworthy in Oregon track, the women were away at the Mount Sac Relays, where English Gardner broke the collegiate record this year in the 100 meter with a time of 11 seconds. The University of Oregon's previous record in that event was 11:03.
After the game, Oregon players met up with military members midfield to give them their jerseys as a way to say thanks for serving our country. Signing off for Duck TV, I'm Shannon Hartley. Welcome to Duck TV Sports. Alongside Anthony Piganelli, I'm Shannon Hartley. University of Oregon athletics were stretched across the nation this week with both winter and spring sports in action. The Oregon men's basketball team managed to squeak out an overtime win against the struggling 11-15 Washington State Cougars this past Saturday. The Ducks rallied back from an 18-point deficit in the first half behind senior E.J. Singler. Singler once again proved his leadership by putting up 25 points, two of which came late from the free throw line to seal the victory 79-77. Singler also now holds the Oregon record for most wins in a career at 82. The Ducks have won 3 straight and are atop the Pac-12 at 10-3. They will next face the Bay Area schools at home this weekend. 2 Oregon athletes competed in the annual Millrose Games this past Saturday in New York, New York. Senior long-distance runner Jordan Hesse and junior sprinter English Gardner both placed in their respective events. While Hesse placed 10th in the women's Wanamaker Mile, Gardner broke across the line for first place in the 60-meter dash with a time of 7.19 seconds. Gardner beat 2 Olympic medalists in the process and finished with the second fastest 60-meter time in the NCAA this season. In the past week, Oregon sports were filled with close finishes on the track and the diamond. But first, history repeated itself. Cliff Harris, former Oregon football cornerback who was dismissed from the team in 2011 for violating team rules, has once again found himself in trouble. Harris was arrested last week in New York for possession of marijuana and was cut from the New York Jets organization. After once being projected a first-round draft pick, Harris has yet to play in the NFL. The Oregon Twilight track meet was back in Eugene this past Friday. Olympians Matthew Centrowitz and Galen Rupp were just 2 of the former Oregon athletes in attendance. For many alumni, it was their first time competing on Hayward Field since the 2012 Olympic trials. Puddles enjoying a race down the final stretch with some future track stars. And they're off. With a late scratch from DeAnthony Thomas in the 100-meter dash, Dior Mathis takes advantage and jumps ahead of the pack to finish in first place with a time of 10.7 seconds. Fellow football player B.J. Kelly finishes 1 spot behind Mathis for second. Mathis also had success in the 4x100 relay as the team finished in first with a time of 40.26. Alum Galen Rupp crosses the end line in the 3000 placing first. Later, former teammate Matthew Centrowitz surges past runners for first in the men's 800. For a closer look at the Oregon alum who competed at Twilight, we toss it over to Alexandria King at Hayward Field. The Civil War continued Saturday with the true freshman Sheridan Hawkins on the mound. The windup, and she's gone. Hawkins started off the game striking out 6 of the first 7 batters. Coral Costa steps into the box. Tink, that's gone. Grand slam for Costa. The first of her career puts the Ducks up 5-0. Later, Janelle Lindvall answers Costa by knocking out another grand slam to score 4 more for the Ducks. Oregon up 11-0. Lindvall throws up the O as she crosses home plate. Now in the 5th, Hawkins closes with a force out at second, hit by Desiree Beltran, and the Ducks seal an early 11-0 win. Hawkins finished with 9 strikeouts. Well, that's all we have for you this week. Make sure to follow us on Twitter at Duck TV Sports. I'm Shannon Hartley. Before signing with the Ducks and going on to be the most successful pitcher in Oregon softball history, star pitcher Jessica Moore lived a bit differently. Hailing from Sutter, California, she's a small-town girl who's accomplished big-time goals.
It's just a small town in Northern California between Sacramento and Chico. Kind of a farm town. I only had like 155 kids in my class. We like to hunt and fish and kind of just be outdoors. A lot of like people, like high school would be like going out mudding and that kind of stuff.
Moore's transition to becoming a star in the spotlight of a school that is a hotbed for athletics took some time, but now she's using her experience to encourage others.
It was a different feel. It was the first time you're on ESPN, and after games I would look and I've got a million text messages, people are blowing you up, but it's been a big turning point for me, and I think it gives a lot of hope and a lot of like aspiration for people who are from like a situation such as mine.
Although Moore has compiled plenty of records, honors, and awards, her competitive nature and love for her team pushes her to strive for even more.
For the team, this year I won't take anything, less than a national championship. That's what we're in the hunt for, and I'm so proud and honored that this team won the Pac-12 championship, and that was goal number 1 on our list. And we're not done yet, and I think that's the biggest thing that we want to make sure that people understand.